Welcome to this explainer. Have you ever felt totally bogged down by the mechanics of pulling data when all you really want to do is actually analyze it? Well, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're looking at a frankly fascinating GitHub project called Talk with Your Data. We're going to break down exactly how this tool turns an ordinary database from a static storage unit into an active, intelligent research partner. So, let's kick things off with a bit of a provocative question. What if your database could actually do the research for you? Not just fetching the numbers, but actually connecting the dots. In most work environments, manual data aggregation is a massive headache. You pull a report, you export it, you pull another one, export that, and then you try to mash them together manually. It's a slow, tedious grind.
Section 1. Data Gathering, the Bottleneck.
Section 2. Meet the app. Talk with your data.
Okay, so this tool was built by developer Luke Mancettiati using Streamlit and Python, and its baseline feature is natural language to SQL. What does that actually mean? Basically, it's the ability to ask plain English questions and get instant database results without writing a single line of code. You just type what you want to know about your MySQL database into a chat interface, and the application automatically translates it, safely executes the query under the hood, and hands you back a clean, interactive data table. But there's some real magic happening behind the scenes here. This isn't just a simple pass-through to an AI. It features a context-aware database schema, which means it reads your live MySQL structure and builds a precise markdown document so the AI actually understands your specific setup. You can even jump in and manually edit this schema to give the AI a few business logic hints. But here is the absolute game changer: automatic self-correction. If the AI happens to write a bad SQL query, the agent literally intercepts the error, feeds it back to the AI, and tells it to fix the mistake. It'll automatically retry up to 3 times. How cool is that? Plus, you have complete control over the AI engine driving your queries because it dynamically routes between major large language models. Want insanely fast open source speed? Go with Grok and Llama 3, which is the default. Or if you have a really complex task and need some enterprise-grade heavy lifting, you can easily toggle over to Google Gemini or AWS Bedrock's Anthropic Claude 3. Section 3. Deep Research, the AI superpower. Now, this is where we really get into the core of this explainer. Based on a snapshot we found in a Word document associated with the project, there's this incredible 4-step workflow. First, you get data 1 and add it to your research context. Second, you get data 2 and add that to the context. Third, you check a file called research_context.md. And finally, you run deep research analysis based on that aggregated data. This right here ships the tool from being just a simple query generator into a full-blown meta-analysis engine.
Section 4. Research context. Building the brain.
Let's walk through exactly how that plays out. Imagine step 1. You ask a natural language question, maybe about last quarter's sales, and boom, you get your SQL data table output. But instead of copying and pasting that into a spreadsheet, you just click a button that says Add to Research Context. The app literally captures that specific data set and holds it in memory for you. All right, on to step 2. Now you ask a totally different question, perhaps about inventory levels across different warehouses. You get your second table, data 2, and again, you just hit Add to Research Context. You are effortlessly pulling these isolated snapshots of your database and stacking them together. So, what's happening behind the curtain in step 3? The app is actually writing all of this to a file called research_context.md. Think of this file as the central aggregated brain for your isolated data pulls. Every single time you click that save button, this markdown document grows. It's compiling a rich, multifaceted view of your business data in one single place.
Section 5. AI meta-analysis, the absolute climax.
This brings us to the final step, and I'll just read a direct quote from the developer's workflow document here. Running deep research analysis based on data from 1 and 2 that are already on MD file. This is huge. You stop asking about individual tables, and you start asking massive, complex, analytical questions directly against your aggregated research document, right there in the application's sidebar. And this is where the magic truly happens. The AI can now synthesize across those previously isolated tables. But wait, it actually gets better. The tool allows you to upload external Microsoft Word documents, those .docx files, to add even more context. The AI looks at your live SQL data and your static Word docs, generates holistic insights, and then, incredibly, it saves its own analytical insights back into the research document. It's iterative learning. The more you ask, the smarter that context file gets.
Section 6, Future Insights, Redefining Queries. This completely redefines what a database query tool can be. So I want to leave you with this thought to consider. Is AI shifting us from being manual data gatherers into strategic insight directors? When tools like Talk with Your Data strip away the friction of writing SQL, handling schema logic, and formatting tables, you are suddenly free to focus entirely on the why instead of the how. Just imagine how a meta-analysis suite like this could transform your own daily workflows. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep exploring the incredible potential of your data.